Hi, I'm Paul from Norway, and today I'm going to take you on a scenic and a historic cruise on the Oslo Fjord.
The cruise covers the waterfront of Oslo, sailing by buildings such as the medieval Akershus fortress, the impressive opera house, the new monk museum and floating saunas. Then it sails in between some of the islands of Oslo, dotted with picturesque, colorful cabins and small lighthouses. Afterwards, the ship continues on across to the peninsula of Nesodden, sailing up close to the small idyllic wooden houses. From there, you head back to the harbor front, passing by the Fram museum before arriving back to the city hall, the same place that you departed from. Before embarking, I stop by the ticket office to get a ticket. Note that children under 6 go for free and you pay only half price up to 17 years old. My advice during summer is that it can be smart to get the ticket in advance. Find a link below where you can book the cruise for yourself. During the peak season in summer, there are up to 5 departures per day, and the entire cruise lasts for 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. All good. Hi.
Welcome.
Jo, takk for det.
Welcome on board our beautiful boat SS Helena.
As we depart, a crew member gives some safety information and informs us about the facilities on board. Seating areas are found both at the mid and aft deck, and a canopy protects against the sun, or in case there is a bad weather day, there are even walls set up to keep you out of the elements. On board is also a small bar/cafe, where you can order both drinks, snacks and food. They offer, for instance, a shrimp platter, which I'll show you later in the episode how to assemble a proper Norwegian rekesmørbrød, open-faced shrimp sandwich. Saying goodbye to the Oslo City Hall, we sail by the medieval Akershus fortress, resting place for Norwegian royalty and a stronghold that kept the Swedes out for hundreds of years. Turning the corner from the Vippa street food market, you'll see the Oslo Opera House from afar. As the ferry glides closer to the opera, we can see people walking on top of the building, a popular activity in Oslo. The opera house is built from Carrara marble from Italy and is supposed to look like a glacier. In front is a glass sculpture by Monica Bonvicini, named She Lies, and shows the tip of an iceberg sticking out of the fjord. Luckily, the only iceberg around. We sail past the monk museum dedicated to the artist Edvard Munch and observe floating saunas and people jumping into the fjord. Next, we set sail out to the Islands of Oslo. These are green, lush islands dotted with small, colorful cottages and make for some good photos. The islands are incredibly popular during summer, and locals love to go out there to swim, relax, barbecue, and enjoy the long days. After the islands, we cross over to the peninsula of Nesodden and sail along the west side, where we get up close to the small boathouses and cottages lined up along the shore. To get to know more about the cruise, I invited the captain of the ship, Frank, to sit down and have a little chat.
Frank, you've been captain on this ship for how many years now?
I started here when I became a pensioner from the Navy. And I was working in the Navy until 2016. This is my 10th season then.
10th season, yeah. And then you told me you worked on the Royal Yacht.
The Royal Yacht is maintained, run, manned by the Navy. And I was in the Navy for 40 years, and half of that time I was the captain on the Royal Yacht.
What do you think is so nice about being a captain here on this ship?
You know, of course, there's a big difference from working in the Navy. But to be working here as a pensioner, I find it perfect. When you know the fjord, it's possible to go really, really close to things. It makes a difference. It's a proper wooden boat, and sailing here in this environment is just perfect.
Yeah, I think you found the dream job. And you go out in all kinds of weather?
Yeah, I'm sailing here throughout the years, also in the winter time. You know, I can't really remember that we had cancelled trip because of the weather.
I actually went on a winter cruise a couple of years ago with you as a captain. I made another episode from that, and I really enjoyed it.
Sometimes the condition can be quite rough with rain and sleet and snow. When it's icy, we have to be really, really careful. It can, of course, be really, really nice also in the wintertime, as long as you are well dressed. It's nice to be able to give a kind of nice experience to the passengers. That is really, really important. Yeah.
That really adds to the experience. Thanks for the interview, Frank.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next leg is to head back to the waterfront of Oslo, passing by several beautiful houses. And as I'm starting to get hungry, it's time to try out the shrimp platter.
Tusen takk. Tusen takk. So they serve some food and drinks on board, and I have ordered a Norwegian classic here, which is basically everything you need in order to assemble an open-faced shrimp sandwich. Reke smørbrød. So basically what you get is white bread with butter. You get mayo, and then you have shrimp, and you have lemon, and you have dill, and a little bit of salad. And it all goes together on the sandwich. Now you have to peel this shrimp yourself. I've basically been doing this since I was about 4 years old. So you start by taking off the head, and then you break off the tail, and that's it. Then you take some butter, smear it onto the bread, and then you start building a stack of shrimp. So you're gonna need quite a few. It's a bit labor intensive, but it's well worth it. It's gonna be a delicious open-faced shrimp sandwich. So I've assembled the open-faced shrimp sandwich, and this is just such a traditional Norwegian thing to do. And I also want to mention that this company, they have evening shrimp buffet cruises that you might want to check out. There's a bunch of different cruises you can do on the Oslo Fjord. But personally, I like these old wooden ships. It's just so much history, charm. The crew is so friendly. You can go around, have a chat. There's good food and the drinks here as well. Also, what is nice about this ship is that you get to go really close up to the different sites.
It was time for the last leg of the cruise, going by the Fram Museum, located at the peninsula of Bygdøy. Note that included in the cruise ticket, you can ride unlimited with the yellow museum ferry out to Bygdøy that same day, in case you want to go out there to see the Fram Museum or perhaps visit the Kon-Tiki Museum. For more about the Kon-Tiki Museum, check out a separate episode that I made.
Well, we're back where we started after a 2-hour, very enjoyable cruise. This is just a great way to see the Oslo Fjord. I'm gonna post a link below so you can book this cruise for yourself. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and until next time, ha det bra!